What is up, bros? I'm Caleb.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are a couple of bros on a mission to give you guys the most detailed movie reviews out there with as little bias as possible. Welcome to the All Bros. This week on the podcast, we have absolutely nothing to talk about other than our breakdown.
My wallet thanks. Or my wallet is thankful. Although, freaking, they started the Black Friday deals early. Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
There's
dude,
like
friggin' Harbor Freight, their Black Friday deals have, like, their coupons have already been coming out. It doesn't make any bit of sense. Their freaking coupon, like, window went from October 31st to November 15th. I'm like, that doesn't even cover Black Friday.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, honestly, ever since COVID, most, I feel, retail stores now just spread out Black Friday for the whole entire month. Which I'm cool with that. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that either. I just think it's stupid that I can't use a Black Friday coupon on Black Friday.
That is very stupid. That is extremely stupid. But whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, let's not waste any more time, I guess. Let's say we get straight into this week's breakdown.
Let's do it.
Need motivation? Angry Dad Podcast. Trying to jumpstart your life? Angry Dad Podcast. You want help getting off the couch? Angry Dad Podcast. You need a verbal kick in the ass? Angry Dad Podcast. You want to hear from somebody who's been through it all? Angry Dad Podcast. I am here for you. You can find me on all podcast platforms.
Alrighty, since we aren't wasting time with talking about anything else, getting into this week's breakdown. If you are new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final All Bros letter grade. The 8 categories that we score are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal score at the very end. All of those categories get magically added up and spit through our algorithm that gives us a letter grade to compare this movie to others of a similar grade, as well as a percentage so we can have like a ranking. So, with that, if you have not seen Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, we are about to spoil the entire frickin' thing. So please do yourself a favor, go check this out. You can watch it for free with ads on the Roku channel app, or Roku app, whatever it may be. If you have a Roku, you can freaking watch it, or you can just, like, I downloaded the app and then immediately downloaded it, or deleted it after.
Oh, you didn't keep it?
No.
How come?
I just don't like dealing with ads.
Fair enough. Honestly, because I watched this with Christina, and I was hoping that since she has a Roku TV, that maybe that would bypass commercials. Nope. I was like, that's some bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, at least the commercials weren't too bad.
That's true. It just sucks that, there weren't a lot in there, but, it was not an hour, it was a minute and a half break every single freaking time. So,
dude,
that kind of sucked.
We have gotten spoiled.
Yeah, me and Christina were talking about this. Well, okay, when I think about, commercials when we had to watch them as a kid, most of the commercials we watched were on, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel. And those commercials were actually fun. They made them entertaining for kids.
Ish. As we got older, they got to more bullshit, commercials. But... fair. Dude, now, I would rather pay a couple extra bucks to avoid ads.
Oh, same here.
Ads are so freaking annoying. The ones on YouTube, I will fight YouTube and their ads till the day I die. Just because I have some sense of, I don't have to put up with this. I don't have to pull, don't bully me. But
whenever it's
I know
a
Hulu
freaking...
and,
Dude, the sad thing is, even if it's a 20-second ad and there's no skip button on YouTube, I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
I know, dude.
Are you serious?
9 times out of 10, I'll freaking skip to a different video. I'm like, freaking screw you, YouTube.
Oh, God.
But, yeah, dude, like, it's so funny because, like, Iris is growing up in a world that ads are very optional. Like, she's not going to know what the hell commercial is.
Nope.
Like, she loves watching Peppa Pig, which Peppa Pig makes me want to peel my skin off.
Same.
And
No, I'm not saying I watched that.
No.
I've only watched it
God.
when, I watched it when I was over there with you and Iris. That's the only time. I promise I'm not watching that shit by myself.
Dude, there's an episode, or there's a few episodes actually, that include this character from Peppa Pig, and her voice is like nails on a freaking chalkboard. Like, it makes me so, like, physically upset that I'm like, I have to hold back, like, trying to, like, chuck something at my TV. Like, it is the most infuriating voice on the planet. Like, I'll have to send you a clip of it.
Yeah, because I gotta hear this shit.
Dude, it's bad. It is really freaking bad. But anyway, yeah, so, like, there's been, like, an occasional time where it takes her to, like, this kid-friendly program on, like, the Fire TV when she's watching Peppa. Because, like, she can watch it on, like, Paramount, then there's a couple seasons on Amazon Prime, and then there's a couple through this, like, kid-friendly app on Fire TV. So she'll watch some episodes of Peppa on that, but she gets mad when the freaking ads come on. Like, she'll, like, if I'm, like, sitting at the table, yeah, if I'm working in the office, or she's, like, or in the bedroom, and I'll hear her, like, come, like, crying. She's like, "Oh, Daddy Peppa, like, Peppa, Peppa," and then I'll, like, walk out, and the ad will end, and then Peppa will start playing, and she's like, "Oh," and then she'll sit down and watch it like normal, and I'm like, oh, girl, you're in for a rude awakening when we go and sit in front of a normal TV.
Oh, man. Dude, imagine when she's old enough to, like, really understand going to the movies and she has to sit through the previews. Oh, good lord.
Okay, the movie theater previews, not as bad as TV commercials.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Good point.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how her evolution of commercial hating grows.
Yeah, dude, keep tracking this, because I want to know about this. Keep tabs on this for me.
I know, we'll have, like, a full-on Netflix documentary on how commercials affect the new generation of kids.
Oh my god, yes, please. That'd be amazing.
Be freaking hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, if you have not seen Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, go check it out on the Roku app, and then come back and listen to this one, because this one's worth not spoiling, I would say.
Yes.
So with that, you have been properly warned. So if you listen past this point and anything's spoiled for you, too bad.
Yeah.
So without further ado, reading with Rose, everyone.
Yeah. I already know one that if I hadn't watched this movie, I would have screwed up, because for the longest time I thought he pronounced his last name Yankovic, not Yankovic.
I made that same mistake for years.
You did?
And then
Okay.
Yeah, and then someone pointed out, like, it's just a C at the end. It's Yankovic, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish that would have clicked in my head that, yeah, Jonathan, there's no H. So, yeah, of course it's not Yankovic. It's Yankovic.
Well, no, someone just pointed it out to me. Like, if that person didn't point it out, I probably would still be calling him Yankovic.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. As a child, Alfred Yankovic becomes interested in parodying songs against his father's wishes. Al's mother secretly purchases an accordion for him, but his father destroys it when Al is caught at an illicit polka party, thus straining Al's relationship with his parents. Living with his roommates Steve, Jim, and Bermuda, Alfred tries to join bands as an accordion player but is constantly rejected. While hearing My Sharona on the radio and fixing a bologna sandwich, Do you say bologna or bologna?
Bologna.
Okay. Yeah, when they started saying, do you want a bologna sandwich? I'm like, what the hell is a bologna sandwich? It's bologna.
Yeah.
Alfred is inspired to write My Bologna. He sends the song to a local radio DJ who puts it on the air immediately. He then goes to Scotty Brothers Records, where the brothers mock him but are willing to reconsider if Alfred gains more experience. Alfred performs I Love Rocky Road for the first time at a biker bar, his roommates stepping in to fill out his band and make the performance a success.
Dude, did you, was there any part of you that thought this was, the true story?
I thought it was, telling, a decent amount of what was true. It was the part when it got to the frickin', whole, mob and, the in the jungle shit that I'm just like, yeah, this ain't all real.
Dude,
no freaking way.
So little of this is actually real. It would...
I should have believed Al his face, at the beginning when he introduces this movie. He's just like, oh yeah, and everything is totally real. Why do I have a feeling you're lying to me, Al?
Because he was. I'll let you, continue on, but I actually looked up, okay, what's real, what's not out of this? And a shocking amount of stuff in this was false.
Damn, well that sucks. So Alfred performs I Love Rocky Road for the first time at a biker bar. His roommates stepping in to fill out his band and make the performance a success. Alfred catches the interest of Dr. Demento, who offers to be his manager while suggesting he go by the stage name Weird Al. At a party hosted by Dr. Demento, the Doctor's rival Wolfman Jack dares Al to prove himself by writing a spoof of Another One Bites the Dust with John Deacon present. Al comes up with Another One Rides the Bus, impressing the celebrities in attendance. Al lands his record contract and his debut album goes multi-platinum, with the original artist getting a Yankovic bump in record sales and Al being fitted? I don't know. F-E-T-E-D?
F-A-T-E-D?
Sorry, F-E-T-E-D.
Feted?
Feted? Okay. So feted by Oprah. Wow. Feted by Oprah Winfrey. Al calls home to find his father is still dismissive of him. Dr. Demento suggests Al try to make his own original song, which Al refuses. However, after Dr. Demento gives Al guacamole laced with LSD, he comes up with an original new song, which becomes his next hit, Eat It. Madonna, in search of the Yankovic bump, starts a relationship with Al to convince him to parody her song Like a Virgin. Though he insists he now only writes original songs, Dr. Demento and Al's bandmates warn him that Madonna is a bad influence, but they continue their romance. Just before a major show, Al learns that Michael Jackson has taken Eat It and parodied it as Beat It. Which angers him since he believes people will assume Eat It is a parody of Beat It. A drunken Al suffers a near-fatal car accident and is rushed to the hospital, where he comes up with like a surgeon after regaining consciousness. He premieres the song at a show that same night while still heavily injured. But when he is reminded that Eat It is the last song for the show, he gets drunk on stage, insults the crowd, and is arrested for lewdness. Once released, Al confesses to Madonna that he fears that fears he has alienated everybody who cared about him and that she is the only one he has left. Suddenly, Madonna is captured by agents of Pablo Escobar, who is a huge fan of Al and uses the kidnapping to coerce him to play for his 40th birthday party. Al flies to Colombia and goes on a rampage. I totally believe all this was real, no doubt. Goes on a rampage to break into Escobar's compound where he confronts the drug lord. After refusing to play a song for him, he gets into a shootout and kills Escobar and his mercenaries to free Madonna. With the kingpin dead, Madonna tries to talk Al into giving up music and helping her take over his drug empire, but Al rejects her. Al returns home to work in his father's factory. Al's father admits that Al never belonged in that line of work and secretly supported Al's chosen path. The elder, Yankovic, reveals he grew up in an Amish community and was excommunicated for taking up the accordion, prompting him to prevent Al from making the same mistake. Al then brings his father's song Amish Paradise to the stage, winning him a major award in 1985 before being assassinated on stage by one of Madonna's henchmen. And that is totally true. If I didn't know anything about Weird Al Yankovic, that he was still kicking and everything, I would have totally believed this ending. That holy shit, he actually was killed. What the fuck,
dude? Right? This movie, I seriously thought that we were going to get another Rocket Man or a Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's what I thought.
I was not expecting us to get a parody.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes me feel like the fool. Oh, you weren't expecting a parody from Weird Al?
You know what? Fair enough. I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, so very, very, very little of this movie is actually true. One of the only things that I was able to figure out that was actually true was the Yankovic bump.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, other than that, basically everything was false.
Oh, that is freaking amazing.
Yeah, it's just making a joke. Like you said, it's just kind of making a parody of what these rock star biopics are like, and how it's just covered with controversy and the way that they instant rise to fame, how it's just all this crazy stuff. So it's the same thing with him. It's just instant rise to fame, freaking gets into drugs and stuff, and goes down a super dark path, and then crazy and it happens, and then he's boom, ends on the peak of his career. And it's yeah, no. Weird Al is not an alcoholic. He has never used drugs. There was a rumor that him and Madonna were dating at some point, but that was completely false.
Holy shit, okay.
His parents were actually very supportive of the direction that he wanted to go as a child, and actually allowed him to. It was actually his mother's idea to let him learn the accordion when he was 6 years old, because it was her thought that oh, he could be a one-man band.
And his dad supported it
Yeah,
as well?
His dad was totally cool with it.
What the shit? I feel so lied to. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Here I'm thinking, oh my god, he had the worst parents in the world. I mean,
No,
of course, before the redemption arc at the end, but still.
Yeah, his parents were the most kind and understanding people on the planet. And let's see, what else? Yeah, he didn't go to any shady polka parties.
Yeah, dude, when they did that, when they brought him to his parents, and they're just I'm sorry to disturb you this late at night, but we found your son at a polka party. I'm like, what the hell is so special about a polka party? It was just kids just having fun and dancing. There wasn't even any drinking.
Yeah, like a bunch of teens from the 80s are going to sit around having a polka party.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. I think we can all figure out that he did not travel to, what was it, Costa Rica or wherever the hell he went.
No, Colombia.
Colombia. Yeah, he did not travel to Colombia and assassinate Pablo Escobar.
Ah, damn it.
Pablo Escobar never kidnapped Madonna. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, Michael Jackson's song "Beat It" did come out before Weird Al Yankovic's version of "Eat It."
Dude, that was when they said that, I'm like, I swear to God, "Beat It" came out before "Eat It." No, because that's the. Dude, when me and Christina were watching this movie, she was thinking, you know what, because she doesn't watch a lot of music biopics, but she's just like, I wish that it wasn't bouncing around so much. I wish that it would maybe put a little more focus in some areas. I'm like, yeah, it's nothing like hanging Rocket Man or Straight Outta Compton or these other music biopics have done it, and I'm just like, well, yeah, now it makes freaking sense.
That is freaking hilarious, dude. Did you both question whether or not "Beat It" came out after?
Yeah, dude, we did. Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to text her. I can't wait to text her after this, just being like, "Hey, guess what? It was basically a freaking parody. Nothing happened. None of this shit. It was real."
Yeah, never got coerced into drugs. Never got coerced into alcoholism. He's had a very uncontroversial life.
That's awesome. Well, good on you, Weird Al. But
Yeah.
why you gotta freaking lie to us like this?
Yeah, and then he was never assassinated on stage.
Damn, that's the biggest thing that I really believed.
Oh my gosh, dude, that was the funniest shit I think I've ever seen.
Dude, especially for me and my sister were getting mad of how everyone was just oblivious to this man holding a big ass machine gun in the audience with the magazine just round his shoulder. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? I get this was before the big shootings Columbine and stuff, but come on.
Yeah. Nope. Everything it was just kind of to poke fun at all of the other rock star music biopics that have come out.
That is freaking amazing.
Yeah, dude, I loved this freaking story so much. I knew it was total bullshit, and yes, it definitely jumped around a lot.
I wish I knew it was total bullshit.
Yeah, so I think story-wise, if I'm thinking just the story as a whole, it did have a lot of moments where it was jumping from thing to thing, and I think I'm going to put my writing score a lot higher than whatever I give the story.
That's fair. That's absolutely fair.
Because the writing is what I consider all of the lies and small little details. Oh, freaking yeah, here's some other things. Dr. Demento did not give Weird Al his name.
This is bullshit.
he wasn't even his mentor like that.
This is freaking bullshit. That's all I gotta say. What, was it Jack Black's character that was actually his mentor?
I don't know.
I was totally kidding.
But, oh shit, what was his name?
It was Jack something. Wolfman Jack. Oh my god, he was actually a real person.
Oh my gosh.
He was a disc jockey? Huh.
Okay. I thought he was fake too, but apparently everyone that like made cameos and whatever were real.
Holy shit. Okay.
So, this was freaking hilarious, dude. I think despite the jumping around and all of like just the crazy shit that happened, I feel like the story was pretty cohesive in a way.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like
If
I think
anything,
my only fault was the jumping around, like from period
That's
to period.
fair. I mean, I don't know. For me, with now knowing it's mostly a parody, like I might even say that this one might be a little more comprehensive than some other like actual music biopics that we've gotten, just because it's so out there. Like,
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you there. It's really odd for me to like review a parody of something, because you got to think of how like the original, like what a typical thing or a typical film like this would be like versus what this is like. And I think where this movie excels is on writing between the two. So I think with story, I think it was a pretty above average story. It completely it did its job in like fooling us. Like I feel like you went in like I went in knowing like there was like, especially with Weird Al's little like, oh yeah, this is 100% true. I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not going to be. And so I went into it with like some hesitation, like, okay, what's real, what's not. And so I 100% a lot more of this was true than it ended up being. Like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a freaking pool party with that John Deacon was at with Alice Cooper and Andy Warhol, like artists and rock stars and freaking Elvira. Like, what?
and don't forget Pee Wee Herman.
Oh yeah. Dude, the freaking cameos in this are ridiculous.
Yeah, like goddamn.
Like, it was insane. Funny enough, one of the trivia things that I read, Freddie Mercury was actually supposed to be there instead of John Deacon.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but when they went and asked Queen if they could have Freddie Mercury in the movie, they said no, but we'll give you John Deacon. And they're like, whatever, that works. John Deacon's actually the one that wrote Another One Bites the Dust.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that works.
Yeah.
I can understand why they said no. Out of respect, yeah. I get it.
I do too. But yeah, I thought it was good. Like, it did its job. It was entertaining. It went a little off the rails at the end, but it kind of got back on track, and I was like, okay, like I can deal with this. Like, this is like it went back, like the freaking Pablo Escobar shit went a little too out there for me, and I'm like, okay, like this seems fake. Like, I've never watched freaking Narcos or anything, but like I'm pretty sure that's not how he died.
I was gonna say, you're telling me that him throwing one of his platinum records through his face was not realistic to you? And I truly mean through his face.
Yeah. Then, let's see. I think personally, I'm sitting at like Be a solid 85 for story.
Dude, I was thinking the same, so yeah, I'll match it there.
All right, moving on over to writing. What did you think?
Super, super good. Like, holy shit. Yeah, this movie had me laugh my ass off a lot of the time. Like, especially that whole, like, pool party scene. When he, finishes, like, doing the whole, oh my god, what was his, another one, rides the bus. That's what his spoof of
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
right? I love, when, John Deacon, that's who comes up to him, right?
Yep.
Yeah. When he comes up to him and he, offers him like, hey, the next time we have our concert with Queen, we'd be honored if you join us. And he like sits there for a moment and then he's just like, fat chance, or like some shit like that.
He said hard pass.
That's what it was. Yeah, he's like, hard pass. That shit was funny. And then and then they freaking get the security guy to tase Jack Black's character. I'm like, damn.
Oh, dude. That shit is it was so well done. Like, all of this. Like, the freaking cameos in this are ridiculous, dude. Like, first off, Weird Al plays a character in this. Tony Scotti.
I'm not remembering.
He's like the guy that tells him to like get out there and go on stage, like him and his brother.
Oh, that's him?
Yeah, that's Weird Al.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, so gosh, I mean they had a shit ton of joke or like cameos and stuff. So I mean, so they had like just running down the list of like names that stick out. Like Weird Al had a role. Will Forte played the brother Ben Scotti. Patton Oswalt played a heckler. Dimitri Martin, a comedian, played Tiny Tim. Akiva Schaffer played Alice Cooper. Conan O'Brien played Andy Warhol.
That was freaking amazing.
Let's see. Quinta Bronson played Oprah Winfrey. Freaking Josh Groban was in this as a waiter. Seth Green was a radio DJ. Let's see, any others? Yeah, none other that are like really sticking out. But I mean, they had other people that like it maybe like wasn't necessarily the actors that were playing or that made like amazing cameos. It was mainly who was being played. So like we said, there was like Pee Wee Herman, John Deacon, Pablo Escobar, Madonna, Diana Ross, Hulk Hogan. Apparently Elton John was in this. Elvira, the Mistress of the Dark, David Bowie, and Coolio.
Wow.
Like they had so many freaking cameos, dude. Which this is gonna be nuts later down the line. Like this movie is gonna be crazy because it's like these are cameos or like parodies of people that I would say our generation like barely knows.
Yeah, that's true.
And the further down the line this gets, and the more like biopics that we get, it's just going to be of people that we're more and more familiar with, and our kids are going to be like, "Who the hell is that?" Like,
God,
yeah, like I don't know, like we're going to get like a Taylor Swift biopic someday down the line, and there's going to be like a Kanye cameo, and our kids are going to be like, "Who the hell is that?" It's like, that's Kanye.
Remember, he ran for president in 2016. Like, come on. He almost won. He almost won.
Yeah, it's like the references on this are gonna be nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, on this one, like I was able to pick up like a good number of freaking of cameos, which is just freaking hilarious. But anyway, yeah, what did you think? Where are you sitting with the writing?
Definitely higher than the story, because, yeah, the writing was so freaking good. Like I said, the jokes really hit when they needed to, and there were just some parts that were just like so out of there, the way that they were written, like especially the ending scene of how it's written. Like you just see Madonna like shedding a tear as she's literally telling her henchman to take the shot at Weird Al. I'm just like, what the hell is this? But I loved it. So, you know what? F it. I'm going to give writing like a 92.
Shit, that's exactly where I was too.
Yes. Hell
That usually
yeah.
doesn't happen. Like,
No, it doesn't.
like I know that there's been like occasional where we're like, okay, like talk each other into like similar score, but I had it in my mind like freaking 92.
Yeah, I love it.
It was just so. It was like really smartly written.
It was.
Like like most if not all the jokes freaking landed for me.
Oh, Christina said I have to mention this on the podcast. Remember when towards the ending, Al goes back to like reconcile with his parents, and you see that like the mom's gained weight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I thought it was pretty funny. I don't know if you'd find this funny. First thing that Christina says is, "It's the human version of Dory."
Of Dory.
Yeah. From Finding Nemo. I don't know. I really hope she's not listening to this now. Because now I'm thinking, maybe it wasn't as funny. Maybe I was just too tired, so I laughed at it.
The human version of Dory?
Yeah. Christina, I really hope you're not listening to this episode.
Okay. I hope you are, because what?
You got some explaining to do.
Yeah, Dory doesn't gain any weight.
I think it's like the face that it reminded her of Dory. I don't know why. Maybe the cheeks.
Okay.
Caleb's like, okay, I guess I can kind of see it. I'll let it pass since she's your sister. But
yeah.
What are you looking up?
I was looking, like, I wasn't super familiar with what song they were trying to like reference out of him.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it's just a song called Fat.
Oh. What a great title for a song.
Oh, but it's a parody of Bad by Michael Jackson.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, okay. Gosh, I should have listened to like a greatest hits thing of Weird Al before this movie.
Dude, same here. Because for the longest time, it turns out it's not actually by him. I thought the song "Elmo's Got a Gun" was actually Weird Al, but it's not, unfortunately. Please tell me you've heard that song.
Yes, I've heard that song.
Okay, hell yes.
Oh, but yeah, really, really well written, and it's funny because Weird Al and the director are the ones that wrote it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I mean, of course it it was awesome.
Yeah.
Jumping on over to acting, we have Daniel Radcliffe, who played Weird Al. We have Rainn Wilson, who played Dr. Demento. We have Diedrich Bader, who voiced a grizzled Weird Al. They just have him down as grizzled narrator.
I straight up thought that was Weird Al narrating.
Nope.
Oh.
Let's see. And then we had Madonna. I don't know why they didn't put this in frickin' order. Then we have Evan Rachel Wood, who played Madonna. Then Toby Huss, who played Nick Yankovic. And then Julianne Nicholson, who played Mary Yankovic. And I think that like covers all of like the main people.
Okay.
Like I said, we had a bunch of like you brought it up earlier. We had a bunch of cameos and whatnot, but they were just really small role. Yeah. So this one's kind of hard to do on like top 3.
I don't even know if I could do a top 3. I can only do like a top 2.
Yeah. Which I'm assuming number 1 is Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Guy stole the fucking show.
He rocked this role.
It's just so weird, though, hearing him talk in American accent still.
It's a little funky, and I don't know if he's the best. Yeah, I don't know if he's the best at hiding his accent. But
I feel he did a very good job in this one.
Yeah, I mean, there were definitely times where his accent slipped, but not very often.
Yeah.
But yeah, excellent work.
Do you know if he did all the singing or was he lip syncing?
No, that was all. No, he was lip syncing.
Ah, damn it.
Yeah, that was all.
So cool.
Like you could tell, like that was straight up Weird Al.
See, I don't listen to enough Weird Al to have like known if that was Daniel or actual Weird Al. So, all right. Yeah, it's no Taron Egerton situation like with Rocket Man.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like this is just straight up lip syncing.
So like Rami Malek with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes. Well, Rami Malek did lip sync.
Okay.
But his was a little different. Like
That's fair.
So it was kind of like a fusion between Rami Malek and Freddie Mercury's voice.
Oh, it was. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know
so
that.
I mean, there were some things that they would let slip that were Rami, and then there was a lot that they covered up that was Freddie Mercury. But for the most part, it was Freddie. This was just straight up Weird Al. Like there was no
Daniel
Radcliffe
wasn't involved in all. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Darn. I will say this though, very impressed that he learned how to play the accordion.
Oh shit, so he actually really was playing that.
No. He was playing it adequately enough that they didn't have to like record around it. I like how I like how I keep giving you these like little glimmers of like and then
yeah, what the hell, man?
Oh man. So yeah, when he got the role of like playing Weird Al, he took lessons from a friend who knew how to play the accordion. And then once he got on set and like was actually like starting to work with everyone, he actually got lessons personally from Weird Al.
Oh hell yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then they got to a point where they're like, "Hey, you're good enough that we don't have to pretend like basically like crop you out when we film accordion playing now.
I just love that. You're good enough that you're going to make this a lot easier on us. So, you know what? We appreciate you for being decent at it.
Yeah. Dude, I love that Daniel Radcliffe has been able to just run with the absurd filmography that he has.
Yeah, dude, straight up. I
Like
love it.
he's still freaking raking it in with that Harry Potter money. So he's just able to do whatever the hell he wants without like fear of consequence.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, seriously though.
Like, and he does like a lot of super weird shit, but also like a lot of comedy, and I think he's an amazing actor.
He is. It just sucks that he was in that god-awful, I never saw it, but I heard it was god-awful Playmobil movie. As the main character.
Yeah, but that's just it. He can say he's in that. No one's going to know. Like, later
That's
down
true.
the line, like, no one's going to remember, oh yeah, he was, like, he voiced in Playmobil. No. Like, their go-to for Daniel Radcliffe will forever and always be Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
Like, anytime someone's just like, oh, well, he sucked in this, but he was decent in Harry Potter, that's like his saving grace. But he's an amazing actor, dude.
He really is.
Like, I freaking love watching his stuff. Like, I don't know if there's a single thing that he's been in that I've disliked.
No, I feel the same way. I still haven't seen Swiss Army Man. That's like one I really want to see.
Neither have I. I haven't seen that, and then, what's that one where he has, like, guns nailed to his hands like akimbo?
Oh. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, so I want to watch both of those. But yeah, Daniel Radcliffe, dude, just 10 out of 10 with this movie.
Yeah, dude. Incredible performance.
Yeah, I think where the movie like kind of falls is maybe with some of the extras.
That's fair. I mean, I don't really know a lot about Madonna, so I'm sure that the way that this actress played her was very over-exaggerated. I have a feeling
Yeah,
that,
they had to play Madonna as a villain.
yeah, so I highly doubt that Madonna was this extra. I mean, she might have. I don't know.
Okay,
just
she
maybe not
very
to this
well might
extent.
have. Yeah, she very well was probably that amount of extra.
Just not to the evil extent.
Yes.
Um,
Dude, I'm kind of pissed off. Madonna still hasn't like commented on what she thought about this movie.
Aw, damn it! Come on, Madonna. Well, now that's all I care about. I need to know.
Dude, me too. I was just like, what did she think? Oh my gosh. That is the funniest shit ever. Like, I love when actors get referenced and stuff and like comment on that. Or like I always like want their reaction to it. Like anytime an actor or actress is referenced in like Family Guy or South Park, I'm like, I want to know what that person like thought of that joke.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, it's even better when they actually like voice
yeah,
character.
exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, do you watch Big Mouth on Netflix?
I only ever watched the first season. I haven't seen any of the other ones.
So they did like this last season. They had Nathan Fillion get body swapped with this like little girl. And it was super funny because it's like Nathan Fillion's body, Nathan Fillion's voice, but he's having to like act like a teenage girl. And it is the funniest shit that he's like saying about himself.
Okay,
and like he's talking about how perfect his ass is and how amazing of an actor he is. I'm like, dude, I want to know like what he thought about doing that stuff.
Yes.
Like that's the kind of reactions that I want to hear about, and I never hear that shit talked about in interviews. Like, very rarely do I ever hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, like, I think I heard one interview with Daniel Radcliffe where it kind of got close to that, where Weird Al was talking with Dr. Demento, and he's like, "Oh, are you going to be my mentor?" And he's like, "No, I'm going to be your dementor." And he was saying like how awkward he felt with that line, because he's just like, I know like that Demento was a real person, like all of this was real, and it was a funny like pun of a joke, but I didn't feel like I could like bring it up because people would be like, "Shut up, like Daniel, we know you were in Harry Potter," because he's just like, "Is this like a Dementor joke for me?"
Oh my god.
So apparently that was not a joke for Daniel. Like that wasn't a Harry Potter reference. That was a pun.
Okay, interesting.
Anyway, I'm trying to think of any other like. I can't think of like what about favorite cameos?
Jack Black definitely was my favorite. I freaking loved him. He was fantastic. But I mean, he's fantastic in anything he does. But he was definitely my favorite. The one that caught me off guard the most, though, freaking Conan O'Brien as Andy Warhol. That like threw me through a freaking loop. I'm like, is that Conan?
Dude, did Christina like pick that out too?
Yeah, she did. We were both like scratching our heads for a minute. We're just like, wait, who the hell is he? Oh, Andy Warhol. Okay.
Dude, that was a great cameo.
That was.
What about your other two?
Oh, like my other like two top
cameos. Or no,
just top cameos.
Yeah, top cameos. Because I think acting is kind of, it's Daniel Radcliffe.
That's fair. Okay, yeah. So number one, Jack Black. Two, I'd probably give to the guy that played Pee Wee Herman. I actually thought he did a very good job.
Dude, he did a great job.
Oh. Like from the side, I actually thought that he was shit. What is the guy's name that plays Pee Wee Herman?
I don't freaking know.
Yeah. Anyway, I actually thought because the guy actually still looks really good for his age. That did Pee Wee. So like I actually thought it was him from the side view. I'm like, no shit, they got him to come back for this. That's cool. I'm like, oh no, that's a completely different actor. My bad. And then number three, probably shit. What was the Queen guy's name?
John Deacon.
Yeah, John Deacon. Because the guy that plays him in this one is the guy that played I forget his name, but he played Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad. Yeah, he was freaking great. And just his reaction, along with Jack Black's reaction to when Weird Al finishes another one rides the bus, and just them being like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard, and just yeah, it was great. So those would be my three cameos.
Ooh. All right, I think my number one, probably, I'll have to agree with you, Jack Black. I love Jack Black. Like, he's one of those people that just cannot do anything wrong in my eyes.
Same here, man. Same here.
My number two, my number one would be seeing Jack Black in this role. My number 2 would be seeing Oprah.
Yes, I love it.
Dude, she freaking nailed it.
Yeah, she was great.
Like, she had that same Oprah tone and everything.
She did.
Like, she
Incredible.
freaking destroyed that. Like, freaking loved her. And that's
she was great.
Yeah, and she's actually in so the actress Quinta Brunson. Let me just double check real quick. Okay, yeah. She is in that show I've been watching, Abbott Elementary.
Oh, hell yeah, nice.
Yeah. So freaking loved her as Oprah. Like, I thought that was like so good. And then my second one would be the Hulk Hogan cameo.
Yes. Love it.
So the guy who played him was James Preston Rogers, and he did an amazing Hulk Hogan impression.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely.
So those are my top 3. Like, those, I love seeing those people.
I love it.
All right. So what would you give the acting score for this?
I don't think I would give it as high as writing, but it's definitely higher than story. So I'm gonna go an 88.
That's actually around the range that I was thinking. Like, by himself, I think I'd give Daniel Radcliffe like a 95.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But the extras and everything, I'd be somewhere around like 82, 83 area. Like, they weren't bad, they just weren't on the same level.
Yeah, exactly.
So I might go maybe a tad lower than you. Maybe sitting at like, no, I'll go higher. I'll go to like 89.
All
right, next up we got character development, which obviously we have to do this on Weird Al.
But we can't base it off reality.
Yeah, can't base it off reality. But I will say this does kind of give us a full circle arc, or like a beginning to end arc. Like, this isn't something where it's like, oh, like his story continues. Like, no, we get to see as close to the beginning as we can get to the end.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. So you got to get props for that.
Yeah. And honestly, I dug the hell out of this arc.
I did too. I had a fun time.
Yeah, I think it started off a bit slow. Just kind of getting to him, his performances. I think it kind of took a little bit of like a steady drive, like just kind of like a flat line at the beginning, but then it just kind of started, once it worked its way up, it started going up. And then
that's absolutely true.
Then when he took his dive into like the drugs and drinking, like, that was really well done, because you could see like his whole life was just getting torn apart.
Yeah, people he loved was leaving him. Everything was going down the shithole.
Yeah, and then has this like weird little instance of betrayal from Madonna when she decided to take over Pablo Escobar's. But this sounds like a fever dream.
Dude, it straight up does.
Anyway, so yeah, like, kind of had a weird, like, a flatline moment where he was in the jungle of Colombia and assassinated Pablo Escobar, but then kind of had some better growth at the end where he like came back into himself and who he has always been. and then like rises to the top with Amish Paradise, and then gets assassinated by the new drug lord Madonna.
That's still so freaking funny.
That was hilarious. So yeah, I think it was a good arc. It had like a good incline, dropped off really solid, came back up, but just like we said, a little flat line for the jungle, and then back up to the top. Like, that was really well done.
Yeah, even though it's not real, it's a very well told story. Character development. Sorry, not story. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, Weird Al is a great storyteller.
He really is. Like, holy shit.
Damn, I'd say this one's on the above average side as well.
Oh, absolutely.
This one I might give the same as Story, though. I'm sitting at like an 85.
I'll match you on that.
All right, next up we got effects, which for this is more cinematography. I know that they had one like when he was on that LSD trip.
Yeah, which
Like
that
that
looked cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool. Like, kind of how I would assume an LSD trip to look. Like, just something that's just trippy and totally out there, and like, it looked great. Like, it probably needed a little bit more like compositing and better lighting, but
that's fair
for an $8 million budget. Like,
not bad.
Yeah. Then other than that, like, the only other like effects that I would consider was like the Pablo Escobar shootout, and when he like kills him with the platinum record.
Yeah, I still couldn't believe that. Like, holy shit.
That looked great, though.
That really did. Like, damn. Yeah, those were some really good prosthetics.
Dude, that was so gross.
Like, the fact that he goes back for it, too.
I know. That somehow that made it
wow,
worse.
That's really in there.
I know, dude. Like, the only thing that could have made that worse is if they showed him like ripping it out.
Oh god, dude. Yeah.
But I feel like it was still like really bad, just because you're like hearing all the like noises, and you're just like
Exactly.
Oh, but cinematography wise, like, this was really well shot.
Yeah, it was.
Like, it portrayed the tone that they were going for really well. So this one's kind of tough for me to not do pretty high as well. I'm not quite in the 90s though. I'll say maybe 87. Nah, 86. I'll go 86. 87 felt high.
That's fair. Alright, don't kill me, but yeah, I'm gonna match on this one too.
Alright, next up we got music.
Are you tempted to give it a 10?
I'm at a 10.
Yeah, I can't even argue. It's amazing.
I am not the biggest Weird Al fan, but it's hard to disagree with how catchy every single one of his songs are.
Yeah, dude. Straight up.
Like, oh, so good. Like, starting off with the My Bologna was amazing. Was that okay, I need to look it up. Like, what was Weird Al's like first actual song? All right, Weird Al Yankovic first recording. Okay, the Weird Al Yankovic album was his debut studio album. and it contained Ricky, which is the parody of Mickey. He had an original song called Gotta Boogie, I Love Rocky Road, Buckingham Blues, Happy Birthday, Stop Dragging My Car Around, which is a parody. And then on the other side, it was My Bologna, The Checks in the Mail, which is an original. Another one, Rides the Bus. Oh my gosh, he wrote that with John Deacon.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Wait, hold on, is that true? Okay, I think he just credits them.
Okay.
Because, like, there's some where it's like the Stop Dragging My Heart Around. It was like Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, but he like credits Tom Petty and Mike Campbell in the writers. So I don't know if that like counts. And then he has 3 other like originals. So he freaking includes like a few, like all of his songs at the beginning, like My Bologna, another one, Rides the Bus, and I Love Rocky Road. And then the other one that they had was Eat It. Like, did they have another song other than that?
There was Amish Paradise.
Oh, that's right. Amish Paradise too. Huh. Alright. But yeah, like, if anyone wants to come on here and try and like debate that these songs aren't catchy as all hell,
we'd like to see you try.
Yeah, like, this has everything you need. It had like good music. Like I said, despite like me not really being a fan of Weird Al, like his music is still good.
Yeah, very good.
And it's catchy.
Yeah, like holy shit.
Yeah, like I've been walking around all day freaking humming My Bologna.
Oh shit, I love it.
And freaking Eat It.
Oh man, I love it.
So, yeah, solid 10s all around. Alright, next up we got costumes. And bro,
I want some of his Hawaiian shirts. That's all I'm gonna say.
This one I'm having trouble with. I don't know if I'm at a 9 or a 10. I'm like,
you know, I can
really
go
close.
Either way.
I'm really close.
Whatever you decide, I will match it.
Like first off, we got to start with Daniel Radcliffe. He embodied Weird Al so freaking well. Like, just had the look. I know a lot of that was like makeup and costuming, but still, like, just the curly fro, the weird, like the barely a mustache, Hawaiian shirts. But it's not just his costumes too. It's like all the people that made cameos in this.
Yeah.
Like Madonna, she looked freaking amazing. Like, you could pick that outfit out from like a picture of her.
Oh yeah, easy.
And then, like, not even including all the people that you saw at that pool party. Like freaking Andy Warhol or John Deacon or... gosh, 1 second. I need to look up their name. Oh, Devo. Or Devo. However you want to pronounce that. Like, you know who I'm talking about. The 3, like, the hats. The weird red hat people.
Yeah.
Like those. Freaking Elvira. Like, gosh, the costumes were, like, iconic, dude. This is where I'm like, freaking, this is tough. This is like real. I'd be like a 9.5. but we don't do that. So I think I'm sitting at a 10.
Match it. Not a 19.
All right, last up we got personal score. So what do you got?
So, I was not expecting to enjoy this movie as much as I did. Sometimes music biopics are hit and miss for me. This one is definitely a hit, especially considering that it's all made up. It's not actually what happened. I freaking love that though. Like, kudos to Weird Al for doing that. That's some ballsy shit, and I freaking love it. That was a great idea. Yeah, Daniel Radcliffe freaking steals the show as Weird Al. He's freaking amazing, and a lot of the extras really shine in this movie. So yeah, I had a really good time with this one. So I'm gonna go a solid 90.
I had a really fun time with this movie. A lot more fun than I thought I was going to end up having with it. Like, I figured a Weird Al movie, like, it'd be interesting. And I've always kind of wondered about his backstory. And just the fact that
still wondering, right?
Yeah, still absolutely wondering about it. But just the fact that he understood that his life wouldn't make a great like documentary or biopic, like his real life wouldn't, somehow made what this movie was better.
Yeah. I absolutely agree.
Like, I know it was just straight out like a blatant lie, but it was fun. It was really freaking fun. Like, I had a great time with this movie. I don't think I'm quite at an 87 or a 90 though. I'm sitting at an 87.
Okay.
Like, it was really fun. And like I said, just a surprise of a film. So with that concludes this week's breakdown. So the categories are going through the categories. Story started off at a very solid 85. Writing jumped up a decent chunk, sitting at a 92. Acting came down a little bit at an 88.5 just because of the absolutely brilliant Daniel Radcliffe. Character development sitting at a solid 85. The effects sitting at a little bit higher at an 86. Music sitting at a very solid 10. Costumes as well sitting at a 10. And our personal score averaged out to an 88.5. So with that brings our All Bros letter grade for Weird, the Al Yankovic Story to a B+.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid B+.
Hell yeah.
So it is sitting. Let me find it real quick. Where the hell is it? Okay, there we go. So it is sitting at a very solid 87.5, which puts it on the exact same level as How to Train Your Dragon and The Black Phone.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, so both of those movies are sitting at an 87.5 as well.
Okay.
Moving our way up the list, it is below Parasite, which is at an 87.59. It is below Raya and the Last Dragon, which is at an 87.81. It's below The Prom, which is at an 88.12. It is below Halloween 2018, which is at an 88.16. And then finally, it is below The Invisible Man, which is at an 88.23. Then move in the opposite direction. It is above Freaky, which is at an 87.37. It's above Detective Pikachu, which is at an 87.31. Total Recall, which is at an 87.28. It's above The Willoughbys, which is at an 87.24. And then finally, it is above Psycho, which is at an 87.1.
Wow, okay.
So very, very tight margins here.
Yeah, no kidding. That's
but
awesome.
I think it has a decent home.
No, I agree.
Yeah, so anyway. Anything else to add about this movie?
No, I got nothing.
All right. Well, with that will conclude this week's episode. And if you liked this episode, be sure to check out all of our other episodes. We are basically everywhere podcasts can be found. So yeah, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. Pandora's being a little bit of a bitch. I don't know if you can find us on Pandora right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with them, but whatever. But anyway, but you can also follow us if you would like on social media. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/The Allbros, Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, all at The Allbros. And you can find links to everything that we do on our website, which is tinyurl.com/The Allbros, where you can hit us up if you have an episode idea, want to suggest an episode, want to join us on an episode. We would love to have anyone on. So, with that, next week, you guys can look forward to us breaking down Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yes. Do you have your tickets yet?
Oh, I'm going tomorrow.
Dude, nice. Hell
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
man.
Dude.
Yeah, let me know how it is.
Freaking new movies. Like, if you go, like, they always have a viewing at 3.
I love it.
And it is perfect because no one ever goes to it.
Yeah, it's true. Because, yeah, I remember, like, when I bought my tickets for Halloween Ends, they had a 5 and a 7. I think there was, like, maybe, like, 4 people that had bought them for that showing, the 5 of Halloween Ends. But at 7, there was, like, a bunch more. It was kind of funny.
Dude, it is pure perfection. Because, like, the only people that end up going to the theaters on a Thursday at 3 are, like, diehards that took the day off of work.
That's fair.
But not very many people are there because like, everyone's working.
Yeah.
Like, they're still working. And it's like it sucks because once I get out, I'm, like, in rush hour.
Yeah.
Like, in the middle of rush hour, but I'll freaking take it over spoilers any day.
That's fair. No, that's absolutely fair.
So I am very excited. I'm a little bummed out I didn't get to, like, make or order a Black Panther shirt.
Oh, yeah, damn.
But yeah, so really excited for that. And you guys should be excited about that episode coming next week. But until then, this has been the All Bros Podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I am Jonathan.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Deuces!
I'm sorry, I'm not feeling the voice, so see you real soon.
You're lame.
I know. Shut up. Kiss my ass.